Very interesting afternoon here in our wonderful city of New York. I wanted to speak a little bit about what I call templates. Now, a template took me a little while to really, understand that I'm not computer savvy, but we try at this stage of life, give it a shot, so I begin to learn a little bit about template. And even though you think it's a new term, because we find it in the field of technology, it's really nothing new. One of the things that I tried to learn in my stage of life, at this particular point, is the root of words. And I believe it's the study of etymology. Etymology, it is the historical facts about a particular word, how it derives, how it came into our lexicon, as they say. So, template, very close to the word of temple, the temple structure. So, a template is a structure. As this brother used to say on YouTube, I used to pay attention to a lot of the things he used to say. Very good brother. And he will always use the word paradigm. Paradigm. I think he really loved that word because in a matter of a minute, he might have repeated it 10 times. I hope I'm not exaggerating, but anyway. So now the paradigm I found out is the template. And the template is a structure. And let me explain this to you. And it's very important for you to be very present right now as I am explaining this to you. The reason I say that is because, and I'm sorry for the noise, because I wanted to be a little bit outdoors, to get a little bit of some vitamin D, very necessary, right? But anyway, the whole concept is for you to be very focused also, because most of the time, I was listening to some guy speak the other day, 95% of the time we're absent. We're not there. We're on automatic. The way a plane flies, on automatic. And like, I understand like a pilot's basic work is to take the plane up and land it. So that's like 5% of the flight. And that's exactly how we are functioning. We are not here most of the time. We're wandering in thoughts. And it's very, very important for you to be present. Because when you're present, you take in so much more information. 95% of the time, we are unconscious. I call it unconscious, but we're in the subconscious world. In other words, you're not even aware of some of the things you're doing sometimes. Like, if you happen to work at a McDonald's or Amazon or any of these, you know, routine sort of, enterprises, you have a repetitive job. Therefore, mentally, you travel out of that environment, out of that template into another world. But what happens is that you cheat yourself of time because the most important moment is right now. This exact second connects tomorrow with yesterday. And if you are not experiencing the now, got it? The now, then you're not here. So I advise you to be here. And also, when you are here, you control your template. See? Because a template is the reality that's in front of your eyes, that's been transmitted to you from the time you enter into this society. You are being programmed in the template. Nothing wrong with that. School, um, your upbringing, listen to your parents who have been longer in the template, right? The structure. And just like in the data systems, the template controls the presentation. So we are in a template structured on somebody's mind. And if you're not aware of that template, let me give you an example. In sports, love sports. I know it has its pluses and minuses. You know, we're going to speak about that in another time. But the idea of sports, you play within a specified area. And like in the case of football, which in some cases called American football, but let's say football, you understand what I'm saying? It's a structured field with certain demarcations, right? Measurements. You see the numbers. Goal posts. It's a very structurized game, you know. And that is the template. 22 men plus, we call officials or judges are involved in this particular game. So these are the participating members of a template. But rest assured They know the rules and regulations. And they know they're in a temple. Okay? So now what we have is the failure sometimes to understand that we are in a temple. Same thing. Same thing. And if you don't understand that you're in a template, you're at a loss. You understand? So now, a word of advice from an old man. It's called an old man, and as I said often, you know, sorry about that. We older folks shouldn't go into the ground without sharing our experiences. Very important. So here's what I'm gonna say to you: be present right now. Be here. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Be present. When you're present, you are aware of the template. And if you're aware of the template, then it makes it somewhat more, I would say, comprehensible to create your own template, your own reality. Because if you don't know that you're in a template and you do not know the rules and regulations, my good friend, you are at a loss. And that's what we're dealing with. Okay? We'll speak another time in the name of the Almighty.